G'day, everybody. Welcome to the 50-yard line. We are back for another wrap-up of college football this week. Only a couple of games last week, but more drama off the field, I would say, than on it. So, which was very interesting as well. So, welcome, Chris. We've actually got two people on camera today. So, Chris, welcome to you. I see you're stationary today.
Welcome into the mobile studio. You haven't been in here yet.
We haven't
been in here on camera yet this season.
No, we have not. So, which is very exciting. So, nice to see you in one place today. So,
yeah, well, I had the day off today, so get a chance to be on camera. Didn't have to worry about making sure I was parked because I've been parked since late yesterday afternoon up here in Michigan. Before we get started, though,
okay,
let me turn the camera around real quick and just give you a little visual.
Okay. Oh, I can see the white stuff. I can see it.
Yeah, that's not. Well, it's a powder of
sort.
Not a certain type of powder, but yeah, that would be snow on the ground. I know that's not something you've ever seen before in person in your life, Lyle. So I just thought I'd give you a little look at it, and that's after a fair amount of snow melt today.
Dang, that looks cold already.
Michigan. Yeah, the temperatures actually got above freezing up here this afternoon.
Yeah.
It was probably about close to 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Which, after the weather we've had in the upper Midwest recently, that is break out the board shorts and sunscreen weatter.
That's right. That's warm.
I had a night Sunday night, in fact.
Yeah.
I parked in Effingham, Illinois. It was -3 Fahrenheit.
That's too much. That's too much.
It was cold.
Yes.
It was just a wee bit cold.
Yes, that's right. Oof. No, too much. I'm glad to be here in Queensland. As I was saying before we came live, we've got a bit of a breeze here, and it is fantastic weather. So, very much enjoying our weather today. So wrapping up the games we had last week, obviously Army versus Navy, which on paper Navy should have walked it in. Easy peasy, bit of a stepping stone. Don't worry about it. But as it goes, as rivalry goes, you know what it's like. Escape with 1 point, which was a fantastic game as well. Fantastic game.
Oh, it was.
Yes,
it was, and it was typical Army Navy. Yeah. It was with a little bit of a twist. I mean, it wasn't constant 3 yards and a cloud of rubber pellets.
No. So,
you know, that's standard Army Navy game. There was actual throwing of the football.
There on both sides.
Forward direction.
Yes, on both sides, which was very surprising. But I think I don't know how many opportunities Navy gave Army to take the ball, and they still couldn't. You know, the fumbling was amazing to watch. It was entertaining, to say the least. So,
the number of breaks that Navy got in that game on Saturday, and each and every one of them went to Navy.
Yes.
They got every ounce of good luck they could possibly get out of that game on Saturday.
Oh my God!
And still only wound up managing beating Army by 1.
By 1 point.
I was enthralled by that game, and. You know, like you said, Navy was a 6.5 point favorite in that game.
Yeah.
Should have absolutely walked that thing in.
Yep.
But wouldn't you know it? Army always gets up for Navy and vice versa for Navy. You know, Navy, they always get up for Army. You know, their motto every year, Navy motto all year. Go Navy, beat Army. Army.
That's right.
They say go Army, beat Navy.
That's it. It was fantastic to watch.
Singular focus.
Yeah. And as everybody kept saying on the day, you know, it's something just special about that game. Those two teams coming together, you know, and what it actually means for everybody as well too. So it's always a good watch for us in the audience as well. So yeah.
And ultimately, like we were saying on YouTube on Saturday,
yeah,
you know, their enemies on the field for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But when it hits the fan,
yeah,
and we've got to send our military off to fight somewhere,
yeah,
every one of those guys could be on the same team.
yeah,
They're all
exactly,
fighting.
exactly. Yeah,
They're all fighting on the same team, and that's
Yeah.
the team that wears a flag with red stripes, white stripes, and a field of white star or 50 white stars on a blue field.
that's right. That's right.
That's
So,
the team they're on. That's the most important team
Yeah.
ultimately for
Yeah.
them. But for 3 hours on a Saturday once every year, we get to see them go up against each other and are thoroughly entertained by it.
That's right. Exactly. It all comes down to who sings second. That's what matters. Yeah, that's
yes,
it. So,
and Navy once again got to.
Yes.
But who was it? Devilishly close.
It was. It could have went any way, but man, as you said, Navy just kept coming up with the goods. Bobbling off people's heads. There was a play there with double fumble, and Navy still come up with it. It's just ridiculous.
Right.
It was just. It was kind of had to sit back and just kind of laugh what was happening. It was, as I said, it was very entertaining for us to watch as well too. So. Good win there for Navy coming back to back. So it'd be interesting to see if they come back next year and do a hat trick. That would be interesting. I don't think that's ever happened.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh yes, it has.
Oh, has it? Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think. Give me a moment
Got
here.
some
Allow
stats?
me to go to the research department here, because we'll say hi to our good friend Wikipedia.
That's right. That's right.
Army Navy, the Army Navy game.
Yeah.
Longest win streak, 14.
Oh, wow. Who was that by?
Navy won 14 in a row from 2002 to 2015.
Wow, so quite recent too. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The Navy, after the win on Saturday, Navy leads the overall series 64 wins, 55 losses with 7 ties.
Okay.
And until they change the rule, it will be 7 ties in perpetuity.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So,
but yeah, 14 straight wins by Navy. Army was just getting sick of it.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
they got to it.
Yes.
Now after that 14 in a row that Navy won, Army won 3 in a row.
Okay.
In fact, the last 9 Army Navy, or the last 10 Army Navy games, it's 6 Army, 4 Navy.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that 14 in a row. That was 14 in a row and 17 of 19, dating back to 1997.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Navy's definitely won their fair share of those games. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Navy football was doing a whole lot of singing second.
Yeah, that's right.
This century.
That's right. So Army will be out to rectify that. That's for sure. So I can't wait. Can't wait to watch it next year again. So as you said, it's always something special to see those boys and men and women in the audience in the uniforms. Always makes it something special.
Yep.
So.
And
see them.
the live mascots. I mean, Army brings the mule, Navy brings the goat.
Yep.
You have the prisoner exchange. I mean, the exchange students being released back to their own side.
Yeah, that's right.
Every year there are Navy students, Navy midshipmen who are studying at the military academy and cadets studying at the Naval Academy.
Yeah.
So you're basically spending a semester on enemy turf.
Yeah.
And of course, dealing with all the opposition. and then in a pregame of the Army Navy game, they are released back to their own side.
Yeah.
It's like a prisoner exchange.
Yeah,
what
that's
they
right.
Call it.
In no man's land.
You've got
that's
the football.
Right.
You've got the relay.
Yeah.
To bring the game ball to the stadium. And it is literally a relay from the campus.
Oh, okay.
Bring the ball, each team brings the game ball, brings their own game ball to the stadium.
Okay.
And it's run by a team of runners from both West Point and Annapolis.
Okay.
Now, this year, with the game being in Baltimore, Man, those West Point cadets were at a serious disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because from West Point, New York to Baltimore, Maryland's about 240 miles.
Oh. Did they actually still run it?
Yeah, they ran it all the way.
Oh, dang.
It was like a relay. They just it was like a marathon relay. So one cadet would run the ball for a while, carrying it for a few miles, hand it off to the next one, and they worked their way 240 miles down to the stadium.
Wow.
From Annapolis to Baltimore, about 40 miles.
Yeah.
Much easier
run, that's for sure too. So the other thing about that game is before the kickoff, they had that little kind of about what it means to other people, who are connected with the game as well, family stories and stuff like that. I mean, I think we're kind of not live at that stage in the program, but man, I think we all said it at the same time. It's like, wow, that was gave you some tears, and it's just goosebumps the whole time. It was just fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. CBS does such a fantastic job producing it.
Yeah.
And making it a spectacle. The spectacle it deserves to be.
Yeah.
Respecting the traditions of the game, of the military, of the Army and the Navy.
Yeah.
But and then telling the stories of the cadets and the midshipmen, like the story of the safety who helped pull a man out of a car.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That man ran off the road, struck a utility pole, and literally a power line is draped over the car.
Yes.
And this young man and his father said, basically, screw the live electricity. Let's get this man out of here before he burns to death, because the car had caught on fire. So they literally risked their lives.
Yeah, it's amazing story.
To pull the driver out.
Yeah.
And the academies are full of people like that. They're full of good citizens. They're not the players. Most of them, if not all of them, they're not the 4- and 5-star recruits.
No,
all right?
No.
But they love ball. They love their country.
Yeah.
And they want to serve their country and get to play a little ball at the same time.
Yep, that's right. They're off to, bigger and better things after their time in their college. So, so it's a pleasure to watch them play. So, and as you said, deservedly, rightly given that honor that they should be given. So, but ultimately it turned into a great game to watch. We all definitely had some fun watching that one as well. So, but the other game we watched that weekend as well, which was Washington and Boise State, which Boise State in the end.
About that one.
Yeah. Ended up 38-10 with Washington absolutely smashing Boise. I'm actually surprised they got 10 points. So.
Yeah, there was a reason I totally forgot we watched that game. That was an utterly unforgettable game.
Oh, man. It was, I don't know what Boise State was doing, but they certainly didn't turn up to play. It was shocking. So.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a game where didn't Boise actually take the lead in that game?
I think at right at the start. Yeah, I think right at the start. But yeah, then Washington's just kind of taken it away. So as I said, ended up 38-10. So we just kind of sat around and watched that one in the front bar as well too. So there wasn't much on that weekend. Obviously, we knew that going into it. But obviously this weekend a little different. We got a few games this weekend coming up. Obviously kicking off with our playoff week.
The one game we didn't watch on Saturday, the Celebration Bowl, that along with the Army Navy game, that was a highly entertaining game. South Carolina State beating Prairie View 40-38 in
that's right,
4 overtimes.
That's right.
Going to the shootout. Going to the 2-point shootout at the end there in the 4th overtime. But South Carolina State winning that one, but yeah, that Boise State Washington game in the bucked up LA Bowl, presented by Gronk.
Yes, that's right.
Because Rob Gronkowski was there, being the host of this game. So
yeah,
that was an utterly forgettable game. But tonight,
which was not very well attended either, by all accounts.
No,
if you have a look at some of the pictures from that bowl, so which is a real shame.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there were many thousands of fans who turned up dressed as an empty seat. The attendance, the official attendance for that game on Saturday, 23,000. SoFi seats about 70.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty low. That's pretty low attendance, but yes.
That's how bowl season kicked off for us this year. We've got a game tonight kicking off less than 2 hours from now. A game that a friend of ours from the front bar is just a little bit interested in.
Yes.
I think he said this is the first time that the Jacksonville State's blood enemy Troy and are playing each other. Or the way he put it, Troy didn't get to duck Jacksonville State like they have for the last 20 years.
Yes.
And they're playing tonight in the IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl.
Yes. It's a catchy one. It's a catchy bowl name, that's for sure. So
yeah, that's down in Montgomery, Alabama.
Yes.
So they're even keeping it inside the state of Alabama.
Yes.
They're keeping this holy war within the confines of the state of Alabama.
That's right. So yeah, so as you said, that's kicking off fairly soon. So
yeah, kicks off at 9 p.m. Eastern time. By the way, Troy is a 3-point underdog. Jacksonville State is a 3-point favorite right now in this game.
Okay.
That actually has flipped. It opened with Troy as a 3-point favorite.
Oh, okay.
So it's flipped by 6 points the other way.
Wow. So maybe they know something we don't. So interesting.
Now, ESPN's analytics have Troy 58% to win.
Oh, okay.
That's according to ESPN's analytics computer. But the gamblers say Jacksonville State's the favorite in this game. So now it could be that certain Jacksonville State fans may have come in with a fair amount of money and moved the line that way.
A little bit, kind of skewed it a little bit. Yeah, so
it could have skewed. Could have been some big money coming in on Jacksonville State. Although I got to be honest, if anybody's betting big money on this game, you need help. You really need help.
Yeah, that's right. So before we get to our big games coming up this week, obviously we've got the playoffs. You were saying, what was it? What was it? Montana and Montana State are playing on the weekend as well too. So for the FCS,
this weekend, FCS in addition to the playoff games in the college football playoff at FBS level, the lower divisions, they have games coming. They have playoff games this weekend. FCS playoffs, they're at their semifinal stage. And the two games could not be more different. All right. On one side of the bracket, it has been very chalky. Okay. The favorites have advanced, and we wind up with an absolute blockbuster game that should, if things were properly things were reseeded, would not be happening at this stage. This would be one of those. This would be a proper national championship game. Montana and Montana State. Playing in one semifinal. That is two heavyweights at FCS level going head to head against each other, and the winner, whoever wins that game, is going to be very much a favorite in
to
the
take it.
FCS National Championship game, no matter who they wind up playing, because the other side of the bracket has been upsets galore. You had Illinois State go up to Fargo and beat North Dakota State inside the Fargo Dome, which nobody does that in the playoffs. Nobody goes to Fargo and beats North Dakota State.
Yes.
It just doesn't happen, but Illinois State did it and then doubled down last weekend, went out to Davis, California, beat UC Davis to make the semifinal.
Yep.
And then Villanova took a trip down to Stephenville, Texas, and beat Tarleton State in their quarterfinal game.
Yeah.
So you've had upsets on that side of the bracket. It's been decimated, but what you wind up with is a semifinal game that everybody's saying, "Man, wish that would have been a national championship game. That would have been an incredible national championship game." But it's not how it worked out.
Yeah.
But still, we get a really, really good ball game this weekend at the FCS level.
Yeah.
And actually, the Villanova-Illinois State game, I would expect that to be a pretty good game as well.
Yes.
To see those two. And then you've got, let's see here. You've got the Division II championships, the Division II championship game going on. Man, I wish ESPN did better with these.
The scheduling? I know. They're not very good at all.
Yeah, the Division II championship game, you got Harding and Ferris State. Ferris State defending champion at Division II. And then Division III, you got the semifinals. You've got Johns Hopkins and Wisconsin River Falls in one semifinal. And then the other one is John Carroll and North Central in the other semifinal. That's the Division III semifinals.
Okay.
So that's the lower level football we've got going on. This weekend. And of course, me being a guy who, for a short time at least, went to a Division II university. I am interested in the lower divisions,
lower levels, yes.
When we get to this level, because the school I went to, Northwest Missouri State. After my very short tenure there. And these two things are not related. They're just coincidence. After my departure from Northwest Missouri State, they all of a sudden became a power in Division II football. Multiple national championships over the course of 20 years.
Yes.
Now they've taken a step back recently. Ferris State has been the class of Division II, but I do enjoy watching a little bit of lower division football. It's not all about the big boys at FBS.
No.
I think if you center stage Friday,
I think if
Saturday.
You love football, whatever's on, you're probably going to watch. So, I know I find myself doing that too. So,
you find a good game on. Doesn't matter what teams they are. You find a good game, you stick with it.
Yeah, that's right. So looking forward to our packed weekend full of games coming up this week. We've got one on Friday, and then obviously the Saturday as well too. So that will be my Saturday and my Sunday. So kicking off the weekend, we're going to have Alabama versus Oklahoma, which I think is going to be a good game. I kind of feel Alabama's got something to prove, and they're going to come out and they're going to try and prove it. So I think depending, again, as we say, what Oklahoma turns up. It depends what Alabama turns up too. So really on the day. Right. So, both of them could be the best teams. Both of them could be the worst teams. It could go either way. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've said, at times this year, both teams at times have been very schizophrenic.
Yes.
You just don't know which personality you're going to get.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the Alabama that went into that went into Athens, Georgia, and beat down the Bulldogs for the first half?
Yeah, that's right.
And wound up winning that game.
Yeah.
Or are you going to get the Alabama that didn't turn up in Tuscaloosa about a month ago against Oklahoma?
Yeah.
And wound up losing a game. Well, now, I guess I should be a little bit more fair about that because it was a 23-21 game, and quite honestly, Bama should have won that game.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
So
I mean, looking back at the stats, Bama almost doubled up Oklahoma in total yards. They had double the first downs almost.
yeah.
They had 10 minutes more of the ball, but the big stat, there's one big stat that just stands out like a sore thumb looking at this: 3 turnovers.
Mm. You can't win if you keep giving the ball away. That's a problem.
Absolutely, was the difference in that game.
Yeah.
And the fourth quarter, Alabama just. I mean, they had one drive in the fourth quarter. It was a 3 and out right after Oklahoma took the lead. They go 3 and out the next series.
Yeah.
Oklahoma burns 4.5 off the clock. They get another shot, and they're marching the ball down the field. They run a 13-play drive. Problem is, the 13th play came with under a minute to go, and it was incomplete.
Yeah.
From roughly midfield.
Yeah. I guess that goes to prove that it doesn't matter how much ball you have. If you don't score, you can't win. So that's it. Doesn't matter how many yards.
But Alabama had been on such a good run, you expected it to continue, and they just looked flat that night against Oklahoma. So which Alabama do we get? Which Oklahoma do we get?
Yeah. Well, we just saw Alabama play Georgia the other day, and they looked worse than flat. They were going backwards at one stage. So, it depends who's going to turn up for Alabama, how much they're going to want to actually win it. But I guess it comes down to this end of the season. Find another gear, dig in, and do what you can to win. I don't know if they'll get any further than Oklahoma, but they should get past Oklahoma. I don't know.
The analytics basically say this is a 50-50 game.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think both teams have roughly the same flaws.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now Oklahoma's defense, took some notes on this one.
Yeah.
The defensive numbers here, I'm pulling out from another area here. On Oklahoma's defense, they're 6th in the nation in yards per game.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. They're giving up about 273 yards a game. That's 6th in the nation. You only give up 81 yards of rushing a game. That's 5th in the nation.
Yes. Yeah.
They give up 13. They give up about 14 points a game. That's 7th in the nation. Now that rushing number, that's a good sign for Oklahoma, because Alabama apparently can't run the ball. They're 117th in the nation in rushing.
Yeah, that's
out
not
of 136.
Yeah.
Their overall offense about middle of the pack.
Yes.
About 370 yards a game.
Yeah.
That's middle. That's about 65th or so, 65th, 67th, somewhere in there in rankings.
Yeah.
They score a lot of points. They average 31 points a game. They give up 17 points a game, which that's 12th in the country.
Yeah.
But the flaws that both teams have, they'll crop up at random times, and those are the flaws that can be the fatal flaws. Like for Oklahoma, I said which Alabama's going to show up. Same question I can ask about Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the one that went to Knoxville and took down Tennessee? The week before they went to Tuscaloosa and took down Alabama.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic 2-game stretch. Or is it going to be the Oklahoma that's shown up the last 2 games that scored 17 at home against Missouri and 17 at home against LSU? Now, the Oklahoma defense against both those teams were fantastic. Those were both wins.
Yeah.
17-6 against Missouri, 17-13 against LSU.
Yeah.
So the way it looks, if this thing gets into a rock fight, I think it's advantage Oklahoma.
Yeah.
If Alabama can figure out a way to deal with that Oklahoma defense, it's going to be advantage Alabama.
Yeah.
In that game.
Yeah.
I honestly couldn't tell you. It's just going to come down to what these guys do on the day. It's going to be what game plan these two coaching staffs come up with
Yep.
to counteract the opposition.
Yes.
And I got no prediction on this one.
No.
The line is, it's like the 1.5 point. It's like a 1.5 point favorite, I think.
Yeah, very, very close.
It is real close.
Yeah.
Yeah, the odds on this one, 1.5. Alabama's a 1.5 point favorite. Over under's 40.5, and that's pretty much where it opened at.
Yeah.
When the pairing was announced last Sunday, I would say probably about right. I've got no feel one way or the other for this game.
No.
I'm just hoping it's a good one.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for too. I think we'll probably know within the first 5 minutes, which way it's going to swing, maybe. So, their first kind of opening drives and see what they do with the ball. So that's going to be interesting one.
Alabama.
What are you going to say?
Yeah, Alabama in the SEC title game a couple of weeks ago, they looked disinterested.
Yeah.
They were so flat in that game against Georgia. It
looked like a completely different team from a couple of weeks ago, and it's just like, what happened? So
we saw Alabama during that 4-game run in midseason. When they were beating 4 straight ranked teams, and it was night and day the comparison between those two.
Yeah,
it was. I had a hard time understanding it.
Yeah.
How they could look that bad against Georgia. I mean Georgia's. Excuse me. I'm not going to say Georgia is Alabama's biggest rival. I'll argue they might be their second biggest rival right now.
Yeah.
Because they've had so many. Those two have gone to war so many times the last few years in high leverage games. I'm talking SEC title games. I'm talking national title games. I mean, they have played each other in the most important games of the season.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of high stress, high leverage environment that breeds contempt.
Yeah.
That builds a rivalry. So, how Alabama could go into that game and just look like that? I mean, were they thinking, it doesn't matter, we're in the playoff anyway.
It could be.
And honestly, they were a little bit too close for comfort to the cut line to be thinking, hey, we can just do a mail
that's right. That's right.
Game.
Exactly.
But ultimately they did wind up in the playoff, even though they've got a road game instead of a home game in round 1 this weekend.
Yep. So it will be very interesting to see how that kicks off there on Friday. So moving into our first game on Saturday is going to be Miami and Texas A&M. So what are you feeling about this one?
Well, I mean, we can come up with another. We can come up with another name for this game.
Yeah.
This could be the game where the winner gets to call themselves Notre Dame's daddy.
That's right. Well, they both have.
These are the only two teams to beat Notre Dame this year.
Yeah.
As Miami reminded us constantly.
Yes.
And the ACC reminded us constantly over the last month or so.
Yeah.
When they're lobbying for Miami to get into the playoff, they reminded us that, hey, Miami beat Notre Dame week 1, 27-24.
That's it.
Head-to-head matters, which turns out it did.
Very much so.
Texas A&M went to South Bend and beat Notre Dame 41-40 in week 2. So these are the two teams that beat Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly enough, they get to meet in the first round of the playoff. I got to tell you, though, I want to see this atmosphere. Playoff game, Kyle Field, College Station, 102,000.
Yep.
Yo, get ready. It is going to be loud. It's going to be intense. It is kicking off 11 a.m. on Saturday.
Yep.
Down there, the yell. I think they do midnight yell practice
Oh yeah, they would. Yeah, yeah,
On Friday night. They do
yeah.
the yell practice on Friday night at midnight.
Mm.
Is everybody just going to stay up and party all night?
Probably.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Yeah, I doubt they'd be
just
going
stay
to
in the
bed anytime. So, yeah,
just stay in the stadium all night.
yeah,
Maybe have a sleepover inside the stadium. Be there ready to go at 11 a.m.
yeah. That's right. That's right. So, it's going to be, as you said, the atmosphere is going to be fantastic. It's obviously a playoff, and then B, these two teams meeting. I think Texas A&M were going to be too strong, but you never know. You never know with Miami. So, but on paper, I think I'm siding with ATM. I think they're going to be too strong for Miami when it comes down to it. So.
Yeah, the analytics, the ESPN computers, they're with you. 54% A&M.
It's not a lot. 54 is not as much as I thought it was going to be, but yeah.
Yeah, 54-46 split.
Yeah.
A&M's a 3.5-point favorite in this game.
Okay.
Of course, A&M is 11-1. They're going to be coming in probably a little bit pissed off. Because they remember the last time they were on a football field.
Yeah.
Over in Austin.
That's right.
They lost.
That's
their only loss of the season. Now, Miami at 10-2. They wound up finished tied for the ACC regular season championship. They were in that ridiculous tiebreaker that they wound up losing the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And missed out on the championship game that Duke ultimately won, even though they were technically listed 5th in the standings. They're not necessarily listed 5th, but they were a 5-loss team.
Yeah.
They were 7-5 in the regular season with a loss to Connecticut.
Yeah.
That should have been disqualifying right there for Duke, but that's how the ACC tiebreaker scenarios went. Again, 10-2, started out great, slipped on a banana peel against a decent Louisville team, and then went to Dallas, lost to SMU. Those were their 2 losses by a combined 9 points. Most of their season, pretty dominant overall. Of course, the win against Notre Dame opening the season. Then the early darlings of the group of 5, South Florida, they absolutely hammered them in mid-September. Beat their blood enemies in back-to-back games, Florida and Florida State. Then the loss to Louisville, bounce back beating Stanford, the loss to SMU, and then they beat Syracuse, North Carolina State, Virginia Tech, and Pitt, and absolutely rolled all 4 of them.
Yeah. So they might be catching they might be catching the right form right at the end of the season. So
they have been in form the last month, and that's probably the biggest thing that got them into the playoff. Because I have the theory that the committee really painted themselves into a corner.
Yeah.
When they put that first ranking out, and they had Notre Dame so far ahead of Miami in the ranking.
Yeah.
And then Miami took a look at that, and it was almost like they took that personal. They got mad about it and decided to take it out on their last 4 opponents. Combine that with the fact that all those teams in between Notre Dame and Miami lost.
Yeah.
They had losses somewhere in the stretch, the run in. And now the committee, they're probably looking every week at the teams that are losing, that fall in between Miami and Notre Dame, and they're looking every week on, oh crap, oh boy, now what do we do? And now we get down to the final week. You got one team in between Miami and Notre Dame. It's BYU, and they get thumped by Texas Tech in the Big 12 title game.
Yeah.
All right, kick them out. Now we got those 2 next to each other. And now we got to really think about the head-to-head, and that's why they.
Yeah, that's why Miami got in. Yep. Yeah.
Or the other theory is, the conspiracy theory is Well, Miami had to get in because we needed an ACC team in, because the champion, we're not going to put a 5-loss
into the playoffs.
ACC champion in. We need an ACC team. The ACC was probably screaming, "Hey, we're a Power 4 conference." They didn't say the word that needed to go in there, allegedly.
Yes.
But we're a Power 4 conference. We got to have a team in there.
Yeah.
Well, technically, by the rules, you don't need to have a team in there.
You're actually very bloody lucky to get a team in there, actually.
Yeah, the ACC was thinking, "Oh God, we're not going to get a team in.
Yeah,
we're not going to get paid."
Yeah.
Well, that money, we're counting on that money.
That's it.
And
I know that's a big loss of revenue. So
it would have been a pretty
sizable
it's
chunk.
A nice chunk of change you get in for having a playoff team, and that's shared within the conference. So
yes,
all the teams are thinking, "Hey, we're losing out on money here," but but so they wound up putting in Miami, and they had that head-to-head victory to fall back on as a reason. But Notre Dame, I would say rightfully upset, because they didn't play championship weekend, neither did Miami, and yet they got jumped.
Yeah,
The explanation and the optics, they don't look good to put Miami in, but they're in form.
Yeah.
A nice winning streak to finish out the season. I could see an upset here. I could see Miami go into College Station and get a win.
Yeah.
Because Texas, they may have exposed a couple of flaws of A&M.
Yeah.
In that game a few weeks ago.
Yes. Yeah, they certainly got handled quite well by Texas, in their showdown. So
they absolutely did. So that would be a concern. Now A&M, and also we didn't even mention this. Remember the South Carolina game?
Yes. Yeah.
That the South Carolina game, that's still got to be deep in your memory bank.
Yep.
Them going down 30-3 at halftime.
Yep.
At home.
Yep.
They were down 30-3 at halftime at home to South Carolina.
Yep.
And came back and won by the skin of their teeth. Well,
it was a great comeback, but it
was a fantastic comeback. But I'm sorry, if you're an unbeaten top 3 team, you don't need to be going down 27 to South Carolina.
That's right.
That's inexcusable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that should be sending up some red flags for A&M fans.
I'm sure they would have been looking at that tape for this lead up to this playoff. I'm sure they would have covered all of that. So, but
so will Miami.
Yes,
Miami. If you look at what did Carolina do that we can expose?
That's right. Advantage. Yeah, exactly.
So, the chess match will be very interesting between these two.
Yes. So moving on from that's going to be our first game on the Saturday. So we got Tulane and Ole Miss. Now, on paper, obviously Ole Miss should get up over Tulane, but as you said, it's a playoff. It's a different day. You never know. So you got to, you might still, you got to look at, you're not looking forward to that next game, and not this game, wondering what's after Tulane, so I don't know what the over-under on is over that, how much advantage Ole Miss has got, but I think Ole Miss should win this game. So over Tulane.
The line on this one, Ole Miss is a 17.5 point
favorite. Oh, okay.
Which kind of what you would expect. This is a group of 5 team against a power 5 team.
Yeah.
We've seen this already this year. Ole Miss played Tulane back on September 20th in Oxford. So Same team, same site. Ole Miss won that game 45-10.
But they say
Trinidad
it's hard to
Chambliss,
beat the same team twice, so you never know.
well, that's true.
I can just imagine the chaos if Tulane gets through to the next round.
Well, yeah, the stats here, the Trinidad Chambliss, solid game, 17-27, 307, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Tulane's quarterback, Jake Retzlaff, had a bad day. 5 of 17 for 57 yards.
Yeah.
He was the leading rusher for Tulane that day. He had 51 yards. Okay. Chambliss was leading rusher for Ole Miss that day too. He had 112. The game stats here, Ole Miss 548 total yards to 282. Tulane actually had the time of possession.
Yeah.
Ole Miss was 7 of 11 on third down. As well. But it was a game that Ole Miss thoroughly dominated from start to finish.
And I don't expect anything different this time around either. So for them,
they were up 23-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
They opened it up big time. 22 points in the fourth quarter to make the game maybe look a little bit worse than it really was.
Yeah.
But a 35-point win for Ole
It's
Miss.
pretty comfortable.
That is a comprehensive. That is a comprehensive thumping. But however, and there's always a however in life.
That's right.
Who was the head coach for Ole Miss?
Yeah, that's
September
it.
20th?
That may be a big question mark. Yes.
Will that be enough to maybe flip it? Now, Tulane's coach, he's leaving as well, but he hasn't left yet.
Yes, he's still there. So, yeah.
He's going to be coaching the playoff game, which he absolutely earned this right to coach the playoff game. And and the situations are totally different between Ole Miss and Tulane. Tulane, to go to a Power 4 school from Tulane, that is a step up.
Yeah.
To go from Ole Miss to LSU, at best, right now, that's a lateral move.
Now, yes. Yeah.
And of course, Ole Miss is going to be a little salty about that and be like, no.
Yeah,
I know, Lane. You've done very well for us, but you want to go to LSU, so we're going to tell you right now, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
That's right. See, I think it could go either way. That the thing about the coach, excuse me, just decline that.
Oh, he had his phone on.
Sorry, I had my phone on. That's terrible. That's terrible.
I should probably silence mine because mine wasn't either. But
I know.
Nobody ever calls me.
No, nobody ever calls me either. I don't know why people are calling me. But I was going to say it could go either way with Lane, leaving Ole Miss. It could go, they're just going to fall apart. They're not going to be able to play. Or they're going to come out and they're going to say, hey, look, this is what you're missing. That old theory of, this is what you're going to miss when you're not here. So they could come out and dominate and absolutely smash Tulane, So it's going to be interesting to see how they right this ship. So
yeah, you're right. It could absolutely go either way.
Yeah.
And Tulane is not a team you want to sleep on. Now,
no.
On paper, the talent is nowhere near what they have at Ole Miss. What they have down at Tulane, not even comparable to what they have at Ole Miss. But we've seen plenty of Group of 5 teams going to pull upsets against elite level competition. It doesn't happen often, but that's the beauty of a one-game playoff.
Yes.
Where you've got to show up on the day.
You've only got that one day. That's it.
Win the game.
Yeah.
And if you bring your C game as Ole Miss, but Tulane brings their A+ game, you're going to wake up as Ole Miss in the fourth quarter in an absolute dogfight.
Yeah.
If you're not careful. So, they cannot be complacent. They've got to think, hey, this is a team. This is a good team we're playing against.
Yeah.
We got to be prepared, and we got to come out and make the plays immediately.
Yeah.
Do not allow them any hope. In this game.
Yeah, that's right.
Go out, take the lead, take control. Don't let them back in, because if they're thinking if we get to the end of the third quarter and it's a one possession game, Tulane's going to have a lot of hope.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
And that's where it could get very scary for
Yep.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
But to see Ole Miss, if Ole Miss were to lose this game,
Oof.
just such a crushing end of the season to what has been probably their best season since the early 60s.
Probably their best and worst season at the same time. You know,
right?
You get this coach that builds up this program, and then all of a sudden he buggers off. You know, when you need him the most, right at the playoffs. It's just like, oh,
yeah. And not only buggers off, buggers off to the school next door, in the state next door.
Yep.
Okay? It's not like he buggered off to Penn State.
No.
A team you'll never see again.
Yeah, that's it.
Unless it happens to be in a playoff game.
Yeah.
No. He heads to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is within driving distance of Oxford, Mississippi.
Yep.
That just
that would sting a little. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That one just sticks in your craw there to have him leave to a blood conference rival. Again, not your most hated rival, because that will be forever reserved for Mississippi State in the state for Ole Miss fans.
Yeah.
But LSU be very high on the list of blood rivals.
Yeah.
But to have your coach defect to the enemy, and then to have your season fall apart in a first round playoff game, for a season that, like I said, this has arguably been their best season since the early 60s.
Yeah.
Since the guy whose name is on the stadium was coaching the team.
That's a long time.
Johnny Vaught.
Yeah.
That is a long time since Ole Miss has been this good.
Yeah.
And has really been a serious contender for a national championship.
Yeah.
But again, it could fall apart, or it could be that galvanizing moment of this bonds this team.
Yeah.
And this team basically said, "Oh, you want to go to LSU? You want to get out of here? You think you got a better shot at winning a natty in Baton Rouge than you do with us? Well, F you, Lane."
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what he said. It's pretty terrible. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't like that decision, but I didn't think he was going to go. Why would you leave, your team when they need you the most? But I guess it comes down to money and opportunity. So,
Yeah, and prestige. LSU is a name brand.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, let's be honest, isn't. It's sad, but it's true.
Yeah.
Now, Lane could have built Ole Miss into a brand name.
Yeah, exactly.
He was on his way to building it into a brand name.
He's on the edge.
You win a natty. You win a natty.
Yeah.
You're a brand name. Everybody knows you.
Yeah.
And now continue to build. How did Alabama become a brand name?
Yeah.
By continually winning.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Same thing with Ohio State. Same thing with Michigan, with USC, Oklahoma, Texas. Those are brand names for a reason, because they've been consistently good.
Yeah.
They've won multiple national championships spread over decades.
Yeah.
But Lane Kiffin had built the foundation to make Ole Miss into a name brand. Now, like I said, this could be a galvanizing moment for those players, and they go on a 4-game run to win the national championship. They could be angry. They could have a chip right there.
That's it.
Big, I take back, not a chip, a big old boulder right there.
That's it. Dang.
And go into these games angry.
Yeah.
And go on a run of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And you wind up having a big old party down in Oxford, Mississippi, middle of January.
Yeah. I would love to see Ole Miss do it just for that fact. To give it to Lane and say, hey, you should have stayed. look what you could have done.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be fun to see.
And I've said on our YouTube live streams,
Yeah.
I am completely here for the petty.
Yeah.
How about this? Send the box with the championship ring that carries the championship rings to Lane over in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
And when he opens the box up, it's a picture of the ring.
That's it. That would be fantastic.
And I love the petty.
Yes, that's what we're here for. Exactly. So moving on to our last game of that day, James Madison and Oregon. Poor James Madison is just about to get thrashed on the weekend. I can see it already. 100-0 already. I can know. It's one of these games that on paper Oregon should win. Again, we should win, but man, you get on the day, you miss a few field goals, you drop a few balls, and all of a sudden you're on the back foot, and then it all goes wrong. So we're definitely not going to take it lightly. I've been hearing some of the things coming out of Oregon. It's like, some of the things coming out of James Madison has been fantastic. If you don't follow them on X, some of the things they've been saying, we know Oregon's this team that blah, blah, blah. They're going to give us a good game. They might actually keep it close for a while, kind of giving the fact that James Madison's going to walk over us, so, which is fun. It is fun to read. So,
yeah.
And I think nobody's been harassing each other. It's all been in good nature, which has been fantastic. So, but I think it's going to be a good game at home in Eugene. As we say, we just hope it's going to be a good game. So I'm looking forward to that one as well too. So I think Oregon's like 58% chance to win it or something like that, or it might even be a little higher than that.
Oh God, if it's not higher than that,
yes, I don't know. I think.
Let me
have a look. It might even be 78. Is it 78?
Oh. Keep going.
Or is it 88? Is it 90? 88. I knew it was something 8. Okay. 88%.
88% for Oregon from the ESPN analytics. Yes. The spread, and listen, I got to pat myself on the back just a little bit, I'll do it right here. When the pairings were made, we were on live when the pairings were announced.
Yeah.
And looked at Oregon and James Madison. The opening lines had not come out yet.
Yeah.
And I said, opening line's going to be about 21.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, DraftKings comes out, Oregon 21.5 point favorites. It's moved a smidge. I've seen it down to 20.5.
Okay.
Right now it's at 21 even.
Okay.
And the numbers the numbers are interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because 21.5, that's 3 touchdowns plus a half a point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
21 is a key number in football gambling because multiple of 7.
Yeah.
All right. So the difference, how you're feeling between a 20.5 point favorite versus a 21.5 point favorite. Okay. I mean, if you're betting a 20.5 point favorite, you win by those 3 touchdowns. Well, you win your bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that 21.5 point favorite, you're going to lose that bet.
Yeah.
And for teams with the gulf of talent that there is between Oregon and James Madison, 21 points as a result, that would be a very reasonable thought.
Yeah.
That this would end right around 21 points. So, having that number bouncing between 20 and 20.5, 21.5, and to have it right now 21 even, just interesting to watch. The over-under, by the way, 47.5. So the gamblers are expecting this to be a blowout.
Yeah.
Where James Madison does absolutely nothing. Kind of disrespectful to a 12-1 team.
Yeah.
Just a smidge disrespectful.
Yes.
Now, I get it. Oregon has established themselves as one of the elite programs in college football over the last quarter century.
Yeah.
They've really grown into a powerhouse program. For the longest time, they were really good. But, ever since the turn of the century, they have turned into an elite program. Now
Yeah.
they've fallen short of national championships, but conference titles,
Yeah.
massive bowl games, BCS national championship games, playoff appearances. They've had it all. They just haven't gotten over that final hurdle of lifting the trophy at the end of the season, lifting a national championship trophy.
Yeah.
James Madison, they're in their third year in FBS. I mean, this team up until
that's pretty bloody good. Yes.
Or excuse me, fourth year in FBS.
Yeah.
They've won, 3 Sun Belt East Division championships. They just won the Sun Belt Conference title, their first Sun Belt Conference title.
Yeah.
But, to have just transitioned 4 years ago from FCS to FBS.
Yeah.
And to be at this point where they are getting into the playoff, getting in as the second group of 5 team to get into the playoff, they have come so far in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of the credit goes to the guy who's not coaching there anymore, guy who's coaching the number 1 seed, Indiana, Curt Cignetti.
Yeah.
Because he was the coach at James Madison before he went to Indiana. He pulled this magic, handled the transition. I mean, the team in 2020, the 2023 team, they were very similar. They went 11-2. They made the Sun Belt Conference title game. The 2022 team, come on, they went 8-3. That was their first year in FBS. They were in the transition those 2 years. The 23 team, there was talk because they were still in the transition of them not even playing in a bowl game that year.
Yeah.
But they were so good, you really couldn't keep them out.
Yeah.
They, I said, they wound up finishing 11-2.
Yeah.
Can't even remember what bowl game they played in. They played Air Force. They played Air Force in their bowl game.
Okay.
At the end of the season. Yeah, the Armed Forces Bowl that season. Wound up losing that game. But they were really close to going unbeaten. Their only regular season loss was to App State. This has been a really, really good team the last 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Certainly the 23 and the 25 team, 1 regular season loss. The thing is, it's the level of competition they've played because they really haven't played a lot of Power 5 teams. Their only Power 5 game this year was against Louisville, and they wound up losing that game by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But that's the only blemish on their schedule. So, but they get the shot. They get, the Cinderella shot to take down a blue blood program. Yeah. It's going to be out in Oregon. The weather looks like it's going to be absolutely freaking miserable. I mean, they've had so much rain up in the Pacific Northwest here the last few weeks. It's just crazy what's been going on up there. Yeah. Especially up in Washington, but some into Oregon too. I want to say I love these Cinderella stories. I mean, this is the reason we love the NCAA basketball tournament every year. This is why March Madness is so great. Yeah. Is because you get the small schools who get their shot against one of the big boys. Yeah. All right? Yeah. This is what James Madison gets on Saturday night out in Eugene. They get their shot against one of the big boys. Maybe the reason they haven't played any of the big boys is because the big boys have been ducking them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's the same thing Boise State went through when Boise State was, one of the top group of 5 schools. Yeah. In the years when they were the elite of the group of 5, they couldn't get games against elite Power 5 competition because the elite Power 5 competition was scared of a loss against a really good, against what's really a good team.
Yeah.
But they weren't going to get credit for a good loss because it was against a Group of 5 school.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And a loss like that can penalize you. Well,
yeah, that's right.
I mean, could it be James Madison? They've got the talent. They just haven't been able to prove it yet on the field. What do they do on Saturday night out in Eugene? I'm thinking they keep it close for a half, and then Oregon's talent just leans on it.
Yeah, it just leans on them. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
I fully expect that, but I'll tell you what, if this thing gets to the fourth quarter and it's close, pucker factor 4 billion for Oregon fans.
Yep.
You included, Lyle.
Yes. Yes.
You will be a nervous wreck if this is a game in the fourth quarter on Saturday night.
God, yes, I know. It's going to be interesting whichever way it goes. So it's going to be nice to see James Madison caught up in the playoffs. So the hype and everything that goes along with it too. So I mean, this could only go to better their program. So. I think we kind of brushed on it last time, about, recruitment and everything. You can always say, look, we're in the playoffs last year and everything else. It's always going to be a positive. So, I'm glad that they're, and I'm looking forward to the game.
This is absolutely a recruiting tool for a school like Tulane or James Madison.
Yep.
Because not only for the freshman recruits, but transfer portal.
Yeah, that's right.
You got a former 5-star.
Yeah.
Who's languishing on the bench at a elite school, can't get into the game.
Yeah.
He's buried in the depth chart, hits the transfer portal. If you're James Madison or Tulane, you hit up that guy and be like, well, you know what? You can go to another Power 5 school. And maybe, get to play a lot, but maybe you're playing for an 8-4 team that's not going to make the playoff.
Yeah, yeah.
Come here, you get to play a lot, and guess what? You might get to go to the playoff.
Yeah, that's right.
You might get to showcase yourself against the best. Hey, you're buried on the depth chart at Michigan or Ohio State. We might get to play Michigan or Ohio State in a playoff game.
That's it.
Or Alabama or whatever these blue blood schools are that you're buried on the depth chart. We might get to play them, and you get your revenge tour.
Yeah, that's it. It's very tempting, very, very attractive. That's for sure.
You can go in, you're buried, buried as a 4th-string wide receiver. You've had 4 catches all season. Yep. You transfer to James Madison, well, all of a sudden you're the starter, and get that playoff game.
Yep.
And go out against your former school, 14 catches for 240 and 3 tuds.
That's it, and you have more eyes on your tape as well too. So
absolutely,
that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
That can shoot up your draft stock.
Yep,
that's another thing.
Yep, exactly. So we got some good games coming up this weekend. Obviously, quite full day of footy, so it's going to be very good. We'll be live here, obviously, on YouTube again. So I got to get. Apparently, it's TNT is going to be showing the 2 games, Ole Miss and Oregon. So TNT and HBO Max, I think it is. So I have to look into that. Obviously, it's not going to be on Fubo that we've been using all bloody season. So. But I've checked all the
Fubo and Fubo and Warner Brothers Discovery, they don't like each other very much.
No, so that'll be fun. We'll be able to cover those games, no worries. But I'm looking forward to it. There may be some upsets, you never know, but it may just go according to plan. So we'll have to wait and see. So as I said, we're going to kick it off with Alabama and Oklahoma on the Friday. So.
And then of course, waiting in the wings, we've got the top 4 seeds waiting for the winners of these games.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Winner of Alabama, Oklahoma, they'll go out to Pasadena, play Indiana.
Yep.
Ohio State's waiting for either Miami or Texas A&M.
Yep.
Georgia's waiting for either Ole Miss or Tulane. Which, a Georgia Ole Miss rematch in a quarterfinal. You know, I mean, Ole Miss probably should have beat Georgia earlier this season. We'll see.
Yes.
You know,
We'll see.
that'll be an interesting rematch. And
It
then
certainly will be.
Texas Tech's either going to be playing Oregon or James Madison.
Yes. So, yes, out there at the Orange Bowl. So that's going to be a very interesting matchup as well too. So we got some great footy coming up this week. You want to talk about anything else? Things off the field that have happened? Well, we might be able to mention it, and then
yeah, I mean, let's talk positives first.
Yes.
I mean, we had the Heisman Trophy on Saturday.
We certainly did.
At the Heisman. Yeah. And Fernando Mendoza, a deserving winner.
Yeah.
Don't tell Diego Pavia that too loudly, though, because he said some regrettable things on social media.
Yes. Yeah.
After that. Now,
I don't know.
He has since apologized and deleted, but
I don't know if he's got
salty.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got a social media manager, but he certainly should have. He certainly should have.
If he did have one, that social media manager probably deserves to be fired.
Yes.
Because you managed poorly.
Yes.
In that
instance. Very poorly.
Mr. or Miss social media manager.
Yeah.
But no, Mendoza. And here's the thing about it. Pavia had an amazing season.
Yes.
Great statistics.
Yeah.
The Heisman Trophy vote is very unique because you have so many voters. I mean, we're talking over 900 voters for the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It is very widespread, and not all 900. In fact, honestly, a majority probably don't follow college football like a sports writer would.
Yeah.
You know, somebody who votes on the other major awards in college football, like, you know, the Maxwell, you know, the Coach of the Year, all, you know, the Butkus, those named awards. Those are typically voted on by a smaller group of sports writers who live, eat, and breathe college football. They watch tape constantly. It is their full-time job to watch college football.
Yeah.
And write about it and talk about it. So the Heisman vote with so many voters and more, shall we say, casual watchers of college football. Diego Pavia did not have that Heisman moment.
Yeah.
You always, every year, you talk about the Heisman winner having a Heisman moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Fernando Mendoza had two Heisman moments. You know, the beating of Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game.
Yeah.
But also the drive.
Yes.
State College, Pennsylvania,
Penn State,
against Penn State.
The
ridiculous passes and the ridiculous catches. In that final drive. You know, the ones I'm talking about. The one on the near sideline where the guy's going backwards, falling out of bounds, somehow gets his foot in.
Yeah.
And then the touchdown pass, the midair ballet act that looked like it violated about 16 laws of physics to be able to get a foot down inbounds.
Yeah, that's right.
To ultimately win the game. Those are the moments that they talk about when they talk about the Heisman moment.
Yeah.
And those were the two that probably got Mendoza over the line. I'm firmly convinced the winner of the Big Ten championship game, whether it was Mendoza or whether it was Sayin, was gonna win the Heisman.
Yeah.
You know, and it wound up being Mendoza that got the win in the Big Ten title game and ultimately wound up winning the Heisman. So, and you know, he won a couple of other awards at the awards ceremony on Friday night. His coach, Kurt Sidnetti, how about back-to-back Coach of the Year awards?
Yeah, no, that's right. That
is tough to do. Okay, you know, the first one is obviously for the turning Indiana from the punchline into the powerhouse.
Yeah.
So that's obviously you've earned that when you make such a massive turnaround in one season for a team that's been a joke
Yeah.
in college football for decades. But then to go back to back, what can you do? What's you're already at the ceiling. There's
Yeah,
not a
that's
lot
it.
higher you can go. Somehow Curt Cignetti found the attic.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
All he needs to do is
the only unbeaten team.
Yeah, all he needs to do is continue on to the natty, and he's got everything. So it would be the perfect season.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What Cignetti's done already, his first 2 years in Bloomington.
Yeah,
he's already gonna have his name on buildings.
Yeah, that's right.
He's probably gonna have his name on the field.
Yeah, that's it.
At the stadium, he's gonna have a statue.
Yeah,
outside the stadium. He's already reached that point.
I know.
At Indiana. To cap it off with a national championship, he would be just one step below in terms of deity level at Indiana. He'd probably be about a half a step below Bobby Knight.
Okay.
Bobby Knight is God in Indiana. He always will be. All right, the longtime basketball coach of the Hoosiers.
Okay.
All right, he regardless of the controversial end to his tenure as the head coach in Indiana, he is, and God rest his soul, he will be forever a god in Bloomington, Indiana. Curt Cignetti's about a half a step below.
Yes. Yeah.
If he wins the national championship for Indiana football, so that's the lofty levels that Cignetti has reached already at Indiana, and the fact that he signed an extension, he's staying at Indiana. He's not going to an established program like a Penn State or any of these. Hell, with the Michigan job opening up, that's another blue blood program. That is going to be looking for a head coach, but. Apparently, he's not going to be available for that, and I love the fact that he wants to stay
I love the
Indiana.
fact. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
And keep building.
I know.
Instead of going somewhere else and starting over.
Yeah, that's it. I know.
He's already got the foundation built at Indiana.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, at Michigan, at times that foundation crumbles.
Yeah.
And it gets ugly. And when it gets ugly in Ann Arbor, Michigan, it gets very loud.
Yeah.
So he's like, why deal with the headache?
I know, exactly. I'm just wondering if any team's ever gone undefeated, won the national championship, had the quarterback win the Heisman, have the coach win Coach of the Year. I mean, that would be an amazing season. An amazing season to come away with that, and then obviously win the national championship. So that would be.
I'd have to research it. I have no doubt that trifecta has happened.
Okay.
But probably not
too often. Yeah, that's right.
Typically, national champions are established teams, and you don't get a lot of coaches of the year on established teams.
Yeah.
The high level programs, because most of the time coach of the year is typically reserved for
big turnarounds. Yeah.
Going from 3-9 to 10-2 in a year.
Yeah.
That's typically what a coach of the year honor is reserved for.
Okay.
We've had multiple Heisman Trophy winners win national championships.
Yeah.
We've also had multiple Heisman trophy winners absolutely gack it up in national championship games.
I think the stat is 18% if you win the Heisman and you win the Natty in the same year. I think they were saying it was 18%.
That's about right.
Yeah, so I mean it's not a great stat, but it is a stat. So
let me see. Dr. Wikipedia, I'm checking right now.
Yeah. He'll be able to tell you.
Yeah, well, I want to make sure I get this right because, I mentioned, a lot of times players will, players who win Heisman trophies,
Yeah.
win the Heisman Trophy, they ultimately, their bowl game, which is what was left after, back in the day.
Yeah.
That you have the Heisman Trophy ceremony. You got one more game left. You got your bowl game left.
Yeah.
Could be just a regular old bowl game.
Yeah.
Could be a game that means something for the national championship. And I recall, 1986, Vinny Testaverde.
Okay.
For Miami.
Okay.
Won the Heisman Trophy.
Okay.
That was an oddball year because we wound up with Miami and Penn State, who at the time were independents.
Okay.
Miami
really
was?
No bowl, okay.
Yeah, Miami was an independent for a long time.
Wow. Okay.
Penn State was an independent for a very long time, up until the early 1990s.
Wow. Okay.
They were an independent. I'm going to roll the window up because we're going to get some noise coming in.
Yeah.
From my truck engine. But I'm hoping it doesn't get ridiculously loud in here. But no, Miami and Penn State, they were independents, and they really didn't have a bowl tie yet. Okay. Because most of all the conferences, all the big conferences, the Big Ten and the Big Ten and the Pac-10, as it was in the 80s, they were both tied into the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Which is how we typically wound up with split national champions. In those years.
Yeah.
Because if you had a Big Ten or a Pac-10 team as one or two, well, they won the conference title. They're locked into the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Against a known opponent, against the winner of either the other conference in that agreement. That's the way it was for the Rose Bowl for a long time. So you would never get a Big Ten team who won the Big Ten champion play Miami, who was a powerhouse.
Yeah.
If you had the winner of the Big Eight, their tie-in was the Orange Bowl. The SEC was tied in with the Sugar Bowl. The Southwest Conference was tied in with the Cotton Bowl.
Okay.
You see the all these bowl names. How did our New Year's Six bowls evolve into the New Year's Six? Well, they had the big tie-ins with the big conferences and had them for decades, leading up into the BCS era to the playoff era.
Yeah.
Okay. 1986, you had two independents that were number one, number two at the end of the regular season.
Yeah.
Okay. No bowl tie-in. So the Fiesta Bowl comes in at the end of the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
And you got, both of them. They're unbeaten. They're number one. They're number two. Fiesta Bowl out in Tempe. They're an upstart. Okay. They're the new blood bowl. I think the Fiesta started in like early 70s.
Okay.
And all the other Big Four bowl games, they'd started, the Rose Bowl, of course, was 1902. Orange, the Cotton, the Sugar all started in the 30s.
Yeah.
Okay. But you got the Fiesta out in Phoenix. That's kind of the upstart. Had gotten some good matchups, but really hadn't been the center of the football universe until 86, when they convinced Miami and Penn State, hey, forget these other bowl games. Let's put you and you together. Come on out to Tempe, Arizona. Go head to head. We're going to play for a national championship. Forget New Year's Day.
Yeah.
We're going to play this game on January 2nd.
Yeah.
NBC is going to broadcast this game to the nation on a Friday night. You are standalone. You don't have any other games to worry about in college or the pros. You are the only football game in town in the country. So Vinny Testaverde, Heisman Trophy winner. Miami's a favorite. They fly out to Phoenix. They come off the plane wearing combat fatigues. Miami was the U back in the 80s. They was the U back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. They had some serious attitude.
Yeah.
All right. They come off the plane wearing combat fatigues. They're a massive favorite. Figure Penn State's gonna get rolled.
Yeah.
In this game. Vinny Testaverde, Heisman Trophy winner, throws 5 interceptions.
Ooh.
Penn State wins 14-10.
Oh,
To
damn.
win the national championship. That was the culmination of the 5-minute storytelling
Oh,
to get to that
no.
point.
Yikes.
But yeah, that is the gold standard of Heisman Trophy winner choking
Ooh.
in the national title game.
Yes.
Is Vinny Testaverde. Now Vinny wound up going on having a pretty good pro career.
Okay.
He had a great college career. He was a fantastic quarterback at Miami. Had a solid. It wasn't a spectacular career, but he had a long, solid career in the pros.
Okay.
But man, that Fiesta Bowl in January of 1987. That is a game I have no doubt Vinny would love to delete from the memory bank.
I'll have to see if I can get highlights. Damn.
Oh my goodness. It was I was 9 years old. I watched this game live.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. I watched college football that year, and even at 9 years old, I knew how good Miami was.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could see the talent level on Miami. That team was stacked. That might have been Jimmy Johnson's best team.
Yeah.
There at Miami, and he had some damn good ones there before he wound up going to the Dallas Cowboys. But yeah, Vinny comes in, throws 5 interceptions, had him driving late for the game-winning touchdown, and threw a pick down by the goal line. They were in the red zone.
Dang.
Driving to win the national championship, and he throws a pick to a guy right at the goal line in the final minute to end the game.
Yeah.
So, but that's what can happen. And you know what? I don't want to put this out in the universe, but Indiana fans, that could very well happen.
You never know.
You never know. I hope it doesn't, because I like Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
What that kid did against Ohio State. Hell, the first play of the game when he got knocked the bleep out for a moment.
He's tougher than he looks. That's for sure.
Oh my God! We were watching that Big Ten title game live, and we saw the hit, and we were like, "Woo!"
Yeah, he's not getting up from that.
And then he's on the ground and he's not getting up.
Yep.
And everybody in the state of Indiana was not breathing at that moment.
I know. Dang.
Until they saw him come back in one play later.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were like, that kid is tough to take that kind of a hit, a perfectly clean hit.
Yep.
But was down, but came back in and got the win. So we know how good he is, but
things happen.
Heisman,
you never know.
Maybe,
that's it.
Maybe
that's
there's a letdown. You never know.
You never know. I think whatever happens to Indiana for the rest of the season, playoffs, etc., they've had a winning season. They can only build on it till next year. So I think next year is going to be very interesting for them as well too. So building on top of what they've done.
Yeah, because if they win the national championship, well, now you got to reload to defend.
Yeah, that's right.
If you fall short this year, now you got to reload to try to go for it. Again. Yeah. That is a tough situation to be in when you're a new blood program. For the Blue Bloods, not such a difficult thing. Teams like Ohio State, they don't rebuild, they reload.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
When guys graduate, we call Ohio State wide receiver U for a reason.
Yeah.
They just keep growing wide receivers. The depth of riches that Ohio State has at the wide receiver position, it's an embarrassment of riches is what they have. And they've got another guy coming in next year who just committed on Pat McAfee's show. Kid's like 6'7".
Dang. Okay.
And runs like the wind.
Yeah.
Probably going to destroy the Big Ten
Yeah.
when he gets on the field, because all you got to do, you can jump out of the stadium. So you basically throw it into the zip code. He's got to catch.
Yeah, that's it.
He's got a catch radius that got a catch radius bigger than a 757. But that's what Ohio State does. That's what the blue blood programs do. They just reload every year.
Yeah.
Indiana, it's tougher because you got a tougher sell job.
Yeah.
To the star recruits coming out of high school.
Yeah.
Because they're like, Indiana, y'all have a football program?
That's it. Yeah.
But when you win, the sell job will be a little bit easier now because of the level of success they've had the last couple of years. But still, you got to get the talent, and more importantly, you got to coach them up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Because you can get all the talent in the world, but if you can't coach them up, coach them to the level you expect them to be or that they can get to, what's the point of having them?
Exactly. What's the point?
If you can't squeeze the talent out of them.
Yep. So that'll be interesting. So the other thing that's happened, obviously, big news in the college football sphere is Michigan coach, Coach Moore. So
you see the pain look. Look on my face.
Not quite as positive as the Heisman Trophy. It's just one of these things. Because I think you're probably the same. You heard that he got fired, and it's just like, what? Why? Why did the Michigan coach get fired? And then all this stuff comes out, and you go, oh my God, what the heck has been going on over there? So,
the snowball effect. The snowball effect when it was announced, because I'm driving, so I stop. I park. I grab my phone, see what I've missed. I see an alert from ESPN. Michigan coach Sharon Moore fired. What?
Yep.
Okay. Then, I drive, go about my business, get back on the road. I stop again a little while later, a few hours later, grab the phone, see another alert from ESPN. Former Michigan coach Sharon Moore arrested, accused of breaking and entering.
I know. It's just like
inappropriate relationship with a staff pro. What the hell?
I know. It even got even worse from that. Just all this stuff happening, and it's just like, what the heck is going on? So
man, oh man.
But then people are asking questions about how much they knew, how much they covered up, who knew what, for how long.
Yep.
So there's a lot of questions. There's going to be a lot of and then obviously, he's been fired. He's not going to get that money that he is owed from his contract either. So misconduct, mate. You can't get nothing. So, it's just crazy.
Fired for cause, and that is a very important legal term. Fired for cause. Meaning you ain't getting that buyout.
You ain't getting that $16 million or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He's probably thrown his career away. He's he's not even, here's the thing, he's not even 40 years old.
Oh, is he not? Oh.
He's a very young.
Wow.
I believe he's 39.
Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
Dang. Okay.
He's a very young man.
Yeah.
In
coaching terms, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably thrown his career away.
It's been pretty hard to come back from it. Yeah. So.
Not to mention, the fact he's facing felony charges.
Yes.
That's obviously that's going to be his first priority, is dealing with that.
Yeah.
Because
there's a few
felony charges,
mental health issues there as well. I think things
the
to get
health
right
issues as well.
So
but just the whole sequence of events, and just flat out say he is in the wrong. Everything that he chose to have an extramarital affair with a the affair, that's bad enough.
Yes.
Okay.
He's in a position of power.
Number one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having an extramarital affair, that's mistake number one.
Yeah.
Mistake number two is having an extramarital affair with a staffer in the football office.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody you have a lot of power
Yikes.
over.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
now you're opening yourself up to, you
Yeah.
know, sexual harassment lawsuits. You're opening the university up
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
some serious liability,
Yeah.
which is, you know, what they ultimately
Sacked them for.
dealt with in
Yeah.
getting rid of Sharon Moore.
Yeah.
And you know, but you know, it was a sequence of choices that Sharon Moore made up to
Yeah.
and including allegedly breaking into this woman's house.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the aftermath of getting fired. At the same time, you know, you feel bad. You feel bad for his family, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do have, you know, as a human being, I do have some sympathy for him, even though his mistakes caused all of this.
Yeah, his
I've
choices.
got some sympathy because
yeah.
I hate seeing somebody blow their life up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
And I hope and pray that he does get whatever help he needs.
Yeah.
You know, in the mental health sphere.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of for Michigan, I mean this could have far-reaching effects because if he, you know, if the Michigan administration knew this early and didn't do anything until now,
yeah, that's
oh
it.
my God,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's going to be hell to pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, politicians are going to be up in arms.
Yes.
Because remember, University of Michigan is a public institution. It is a state government institution.
Yep. Yeah.
Run by Michigan, by the state government of Michigan. They have to answer to the politicians.
Yeah,
the Board of Regents,
Oof.
ultimately the state legislature and the governor.
I wonder if anything will come in the form of fines in the football world as well. Can they do anything? I don't know if that will translate into anything. Did they do anything wrong? I don't know. So it'd be interesting to see how they're going to handle that. Yeah,
and with the way enforcement is now in terms of rules, I mean, you know, the way, I mean, you know, Sharon Moore, he did serve some suspensions this past season, past couple of seasons, he did serve some suspensions in the fallout from the sign stealing scandal.
Oh, that's right.
Man,
I'd forgotten all about that. Oh my God. Okay.
Right.
Now you look back on that and go, maybe there's been a lot of stuff that hasn't been found out yet with that program. You know, so it's like, ooh.
You know, what was that sign stealing thing just the tip of the iceberg of all the dodgy things going on in Ann Arbor?
Maybe.
Now,
so
guess what? Maybe we're a little bit deeper in that iceberg now with this. What else is out there?
Yeah, that's it.
What else don't we know about yet that needs to be found out?
Yeah.
But yeah, in the Michigan administration, they're going to have to answer the question of what did you know and when did you know it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if the answer is not to the chancellor or the Board of Regents or the legislature or the governor's liking, heads are going to roll.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know, this could be a case of the whole temple gets cleaned out.
Yep.
At the University of Michigan. You know, the football program, the athletic department, hell, the university as a whole. You know, this could catch some university administrators, upper echelon administrators up in this one. And,
that's it. It's a
serious wholesale change.
It's a dicey situation for sure. So
I mean, the closest recent comparison I can come up with is what happened at Penn State. And this is not exactly apples to oranges, but the Jerry Sandusky scandal. Okay. You know, Jerry Sandusky, former assistant coach, longtime assistant coach at Penn State under Joe Paterno, until he got let go of, I'm going to say, a number of years before the scandal came out. And it was kind of odd. Why? Because it was a little odd why he got let go, because everybody thought he was being groomed to be Joe Pa's successor, Joe Paterno's successor in State College.
Yeah.
And they let him go, and
nobody kind of knew why. It's like,
well, the why, apparently, the why turned out, man, I gotta dance around this. Wow, I painted myself into a corner with this one, but yeah, the allegations against Jerry Cinda, not the allegations. He's in prison for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in prison for the rest of his life. I mean, we're talking decades upon decades of a sentence for child molestation.
Dang. That's what I thought it was going to be, and I was thinking, please don't. Yikes. Yeah. That's terrible.
Including incidents inside the football building, inside the showers, in the locker room.
That's terrible. That is terrible. Oh, man.
Penn State administrator that Joe Paterno learned about, that Penn State administrators learned about, and it was not reported to law enforcement.
Come on.
When that thing blew up in 2011, the whole temple got cleaned out in hours.
Yeah.
I mean, athletic director, university, I think the university president went out. Joe Paterno was fired, and Joe Paterno was God in State College.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things you don't mess with, and that's definitely one of them. It's just like, nah.
Yeah, it's not exactly an apples to oranges comparison, but the cover-up, any cover-up certainly would have been. And the thing about it was, there was a massive cover-up at Penn State, and that's what got the administrators fired. In fact, got them charged criminally.
Oof.
Because it involved failure to report.
Yep.
To authorities.
Yeah, that's
what they knew.
That's terrible.
But yeah, that's the closest comparison I could come up with. Between to the Michigan incident of the present. It's obviously not to that level because we're talking about adults here. But again, the cover up is
the cover up, isn't it?
If you knew about this, way back, and you let it go, that's what's going to get you fired. Real quick, because what happened, a relationship between a boss and an underling, that's going to get you fired in any corporate setting on planet Earth.
Yep.
But to let it go just because he's the head football coach in Michigan, not good. Not good at all. And that will get heads rolling.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get more information on that as the weeks go past and more information come out and find out what's going on. But as I said, more drama off the field this week than on it for sure. So I think we covered everything pretty well. We covered everything that's coming up for the next round of footy. It should be a good game. We'll be here on Friday night, York time in America. And then obviously we'll have all day Saturday as well too. So we'll keep you up to date with any score that's going on around the traps. Chris, thank you very much for joining us today. Nice to see you in the mobile reporter there. Thank you everybody for
the mobile studio.
Mobile studio, that's exactly right. Everybody in the chat, thank you very much for joining us for our 50-yard line. We'll be back again next week with some more roundup of college football. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Don't forget to check out the channel. Plenty of stuff. Don't forget to come and join us for our watch party there on Friday and Saturday this week as well, too. So, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Again, Chris, thank you very much for being here as always. We'll be back again next week, guys. We'll be back again on the weekend. We'll definitely see you in the next live stream. We'll see you then.
See ya.